Well, it turns out that the USD football team is in fact beatable. The Coyotes went into Saturday's game 6-0, but they ran into 24th ranked Illinois State. The return of Caitlin Duffy and Jasmine Trimboli, who both missed last season with injury, add to an already talented group whose goal is to fill the arena with a conference championship. Last season, the Coyotes took a 31-14 lead into halftime against Western Illinois, but ended up losing 35-34. This year's contest had a sense of deja vu for Coyote fans. Chris Strevler, who left last week's game with a shoulder injury, is expected to play this week at Northern Iowa. And the ball will be in his hands as the Coyotes push toward the playoffs. USD is off to their best start in the Division I era, but they'd face their toughest test so far this season as they welcomed third-ranked Youngstown State to town for the 101st Dakota Days game. The Coyotes have a lot to look forward to this season and beyond with a strong freshman class, new equipment, and hosting the Summit League Championships. The USD volleyball team defeated Fort Wayne Friday night in straight sets. Last night they hosted Oral Roberts, looking to win a second straight Summit League match. Another year of USD swimming is upon us. The women's team is coming off their most successful finish in last year's Summit League Championships, taking third place. Senior Kelly Lekevy says focusing on team goals over personal accomplishments is a key factor in their success.
I think we've definitely been working on a lot more like supporting each other and motivation during practice instead of just like trying to focus on yourself, like helping other people get through the practice.
The Coyotes have a lot to look forward to this season and beyond with a strong freshman class, new equipment, and hosting the Summit League Championships. Senior Kelly Howell believes getting to host the conference meet in Sioux Falls will bring attention and help grow not only the swimming program, but USD athletics as a whole.
I think it is wonderful for our program, especially because we're hosting. It's a great opportunity to have a bunch of other teams come in and kind of see what South Dakota and Sioux Falls have to offer. And it offers so many wonderful opportunities for our program to kind of further our step in Division I athletics.
The swimming season lasts longer than most sports as it covers 7 months of the year. Howell says planning ahead is crucial to balancing athletics and academics.
We have cap hours, so we have 8 hours a week that you have to go to in the library just to study, do homework, kind of that stuff. And then also time management. If you don't have time management, you're not going to be able to make it through the season.
The Vermilion Tanagers haven't won a state championship since 1999. Head coach Andy Holman says changing the program's culture is the first step to becoming contenders again. And it starts with the team's motto, be the change.
We're tired of everybody kind of just sometimes saying, oh, it's Vermilion. Nobody puts us down as the team to beat. And we were tired of that, and there's been times where we've got done with practice a little bit early, and I ask if they want to keep going. They're like, yeah, let's keep going, let's keep going. So that right there is just kind of our attitude. We want to be the change and change the culture of what we've been doing.
Senior leadership is a big part of the Tanagers' identity, and senior Luke Gerard says building team camaraderie starts off the field.
Us getting in the weight room, becoming like a team bond. Like we do a lot of things outside of like our school and like lifting that helps us come together as one.
Senior running back Brett Culver says having confidence and believing they belong will go a long way toward contending for a title this season.
We need to keep working hard. We need to get in our minds that we can compete with these teams and that we're at their level and just keep working hard on the field.
The Tanagers have a long season ahead of them, but Coach Holman knows they can step up to the challenge.
This next stretch here of 5 games is going to be tough for us, but the guys realize that, and they know to put ourselves into a position for playoffs. We got to get a few of these. We know that each game is going to be hard, but they're going to be ready to go each game.
USD came into the 2017 season unranked and were picked to finish 7th in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. Now, the Yotes are 6-0 and sit atop the conference standings with perennial powerhouse NDSU. Despite being overlooked before the season, quarterback Chris Strevler says the team was confident in their abilities.
We know how we feel about our team within the locker room, and that's really all we care about. We don't care about rankings or any of that stuff. So we know what we have to do every week to prepare to be ready to play, and hopefully we can do it.
With all of the wins and the high ranking comes more attention and higher expectations. But senior Doug Lewis says the team isn't worried about the outside hype.
Going into camp, we always had that mentality of take each game one at a time, and each game is big to us. So no matter who we play, what week it is, we're going to take that mentality to our opponent each time.
Strevler says they've enjoyed the start to the season, but 6-0 wasn't their goal, and they have a lot more to improve on with tough games remaining on the schedule.
We know that we haven't reached our end goal yet, and we got to keep working and getting better. But you know, it's been fun to be able to continue to build on tradition here.
This is Coyote News.
Well, it turns out that the USD football team is in fact beatable. The Coyotes went into Saturday's game 6-0, but they ran into 24th ranked Illinois State. USD would find themselves in an unusual position, down 14-0 after one quarter, but the high-powered Yote offense would get going as Chris Strevler, under pressure, lobs one up for Brett Sampson, who makes the grab, and he goes 50 yards for a TD, cutting the deficit to 14-7. Later in the second, Strevler rolls out right here, and he will find Aaron Ramsey for the short 2-yard TD, and it's a tie ball game. USD would be down 10 heading into the fourth quarter until Kai Henry takes the handoff, runs right through the Redbird defense, and his 12-yard burst brings the Coyotes within 3. But after a failed fourth down attempt inside the Illinois State 10-yard line, James Robinson puts the icing on the cake for the Redbirds as he breaks loose for an 87-yard TD scamper, and Illinois State goes on to beat USD 37-21, ending the Coyotes' hopes of an undefeated season. The loss drops USD to number 7 in the FCS coaches poll. They return home this Saturday, where they'll take on Southern Illinois. The men's basketball team will have a busy season packed with both new competitors and old. Coyote News' Taylor Kidd shares how the team is prepping for the upcoming season.
USD's men's basketball team impressed fans last year with their 13-1 win-loss record at home. Now they're back in action with in-season practices and a competitive season schedule. The team will play against new teams like UCLA and Duke.
This season our coaches did a great job getting us a good schedule. We have Duke and UCLA. I mean, obviously those are top programs right there. So I'm really excited to go in there and play in those atmospheres.
But the crowd favorite matchup against South Dakota State was not forgotten. And junior forward Logan Powers says the team is excited to face the rival school.
The game I'm most looking forward to is playing South Dakota State. We played three great games with them last year, but we came out on the losing end 2 of them, and so we owe them a couple.
With such a competitive schedule, the team is likely to face some challenges. However, the team attributes chemistry to their success.
At USD, being on a team here is unlike any team I've ever been on in terms of the chemistry. So it's really unique in that way, and I think that really translates onto the court and makes us a better group that way. And in terms of just continuity and playing together, I think that really helps us out.
The team hopes its bond will drive them to wins and help them achieve their season goal, making the NCAA tournament.
First and foremost is making the NCAA tournament, just doing something that's never been done here at USD. We believe we have the team to do it, and now it's just a matter of going out and making it happen.
For Coyote Sports, I'm Taylor Kidd.
The Yotes will play their first official game against the University of Sioux Falls on November 4th. Coyote News' Lauren Solik is live in the muck with cheerleader Alexis Jacobs to talk about the upcoming tryouts for basketball season. Lauren?
Thanks, Devin. So Alexis, how did you get involved with cheer?
Well, I've done cheer throughout my high school years, and so I saw the tryouts on online somewhere, and I decided I wanted to try out, so I came up to South Dakota, and it was a success.
And so how is college cheer different from high school cheer?
College cheer is a lot different. We do a lot more intensive stunts and skills. You try a lot more new things, and it's a lot of fun.
And so do you have any advice for students who might be interested in trying out for basketball cheer?
Yeah, definitely. Just be yourself. Don't be intimidated, because we all are very welcoming, and we want a better and more able squad. So please come out, and it's fun, and be confident.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alexis and the rest of the USD cheerleaders will be spreading school spirit at the football game on Saturday. Live for the Muck from Coyote News, I'm Lauren Solik.
Thanks, Lauren.
Awesome.
The women's volleyball team moved to 7-2 in Summit League play with a pair of sweeps over the weekend. Friday night, the Yotes defeated Western Illinois in dominant fashion, 25-11, 25-17, and 25-18. Haley Dotseth recorded her 10th double-double of the season with 13 kills and 13 digs. Ann Rasmussen led the Coyote defense with 26 digs. The Coyotes kept the momentum going into Sunday as they beat NDSU in a competitive match, 25-23, 27-25, and 26-24. Dotseth once again led the Coyote attack with 8 kills. Defensively, 3 Coyotes finished with double-digit digs. Rasmussen has been named the Summit League Defensive Player of the Week for the 4th time this season. She is currently 2nd in the conference in digs per set and total digs. The Coyotes return home for a battle with Fort Wayne Friday night. The soccer team won their last home game of the season, defeating Western Illinois 1-0 on Senior Day. Kelly Willer scored USD's lone goal, which proved to be the winner in the 68th minute. The Coyotes outshot the Leathernecks 16-11 with 7 on goal. Goalkeeper Sydney Harden stopped all 5 shots on goal from Western Illinois. The Coyotes moved to 2-3 in Summit League action. They travel to Brookings for a showdown series matchup with SDSU tomorrow night. Former USD hoopster Trey Burnett was drafted 92nd overall by the Sioux Falls Skyforce in this year's NBA G League draft. The G League, formerly known as the D League, is the NBA's developmental system. Burnett's new team, the Skyforce, are Miami Heat's affiliate. You can catch the former USD star in action when the team tips off their season November 4th. That's a look at sports. Coming up after the break, we asked students about the movies that scared them as kids. Their answers are next.